Okay.
Northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here's Lewis. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brought down at the 20.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Check. What we got? Mike spot forward. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Number 49.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Brady. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Brady on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out right at the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. But it's going to be second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
New England.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Down near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 11. A big play there on the option. 54 yards.
54 yards.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
From 4 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
The kick is
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some 2nd and 3.
Brady escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The give is to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Brady. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got his man right. A timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 3. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete.
On the deep ball. It's third down. And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll drop the throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Lindsey.
At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris.
Number 30.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
He was tackled.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, New England.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go again with Lindsey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
2nd and 13. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Complete to number
4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. steps away to his left. Now he'll pull, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Around 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
11 yards there, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On third down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Patriots.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ball carrier,
Phillip Lindsay with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Patriots 28, Buccaneers 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
54.
Brady now on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll go with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
15-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 10-yard line.
Another run by Lindsay. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll air this one deep for Andrew. And got his man complete. Pass past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robbie Anderson, 87 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And a catch right side by Evans. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is caught inside the 15. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 10-yard
So
line.
now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. To throw, it's Brady. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening